My name's Dudit, set up builds and stuff. Today's video is going to be about mainly the golden gun on Hunter, especially the 6-shot golden gun. Notoriously not very good for endgame stuff, but I've got a little build, a little couple of items that are going to buff this out big time. The Iron Banner gear set will give you super energy on final blows when your super ends. We're going to be pairing it up with Star Rater scales, so we're going to get loads of super energy back and be able to put out extra damage. Like I said, the golden gun 6-shot, dead shot, notoriously pretty bad, but when you pair it up with Ember of Combustion and these things, it works really nice. And we'll also be taking a quick look at Silk Strike as well with the Iron Banner and Star Rater. But the Ember of Combustion and the Scorching, this golden gun does, can actually clear rooms in Grandmasters now. So it's a decent setup, so stay with me, I'll break the video down. I'm going to start with the gear set, the Iron Battalion set. Increase handling and reload speed for primary ammo weapons. Primary ammo weapons gain increased damage against non-boss combatants based on your weapon stat. And then final blows, while your super is active, refund super energy when it ends. I'm running a 140 weapon stat right now, so I'm going to show you what it does. I'm running on your mark as well, which also buffs your weapon stat, but not to worry about that. 37, and now I've got the 2-piece gear set. It goes to 41, which is a 10% damage increase. Now that's not too shabby at all for a 2-piece gear set. That is very, very nice. Now we'll just take a look at the 6-shot golden gun that I was talking about with the Ember of Combustion. Now don't forget, this actually got buffed. I think it was beginning of last season. It scorches now on hit as well, so it works really nicely. And you can see how much super energy I'm getting back there in that bottom left. You get about 20 to 30% super energy back. So that's the gear set, 10% damage increase and a nice little bit of super energy back. Pretty decent in my opinion. Add in the golden gun dead shot. Like I said, this actually scorches now, so you're going to be able to cause ignitions, 6 shots. And if you pair it up with this fragment, the Ember of Combustion, final blows with a solar super causes targets to ignite, and it also causes a fire sprite. But between the scorching from the golden gun and the scorching and ignitions that you get from getting the kills, add in solar fulmination, and you're going to cause ignitions left, right and centre, guys. So I just want to show you a little clip with the scorching from the golden gun and the Ember of Combustion when you get a kill. It's just a buff to the super, flat out right. I've used this quite a lot. I did a little video on it last season. It didn't really go down too well, but it's extremely, extremely underrated. This can actually clear rooms in Grandmaster just on its own, without even an exotic. Even if you're running like 60, 70 intellect, you don't need to spec into it too much. You can actually clear rooms. However, we have got exotics that are going to buff the super out, such as Star Rater scales. You gain an additional super energy from when you pick up orbs of power, so that works really nicely with the gear set. While your super energy is full, picking up an orb of power overcharges your super, causes you to gain a burst of healing when cast and a bonus to your super damage. You also get an overshield. You can get up to 70% damage increase for 14 seconds, which works nicely with the 6-shot, and you get 100 HP overshield. So I'm just going to test that now. You can see how much damage it does. It goes for 718. And then I'm going to quickly get my Feast of Light times 6. And when you get in these orbs as well, when you haven't got your super, you actually get more super energy back as well, don't forget. So that works nicer with a 4-piece. So sorry, 718 damage. I'm going to get my times 6 Feast of Light. 718. And you're going to see the damage increase go all the way up to about 1120, I think it was, 1136. So that's the damage increase from Star Rater scales. Like I said, don't forget, I have got my super right now, but when you don't have your super, this will give you additional super energy when you pick up orbs of power than normal orbs of power, which again works nicely with that gear set from Iron Banner. You also get a little burst of healing and that blue overshield at the top there, 100 HP overshield, just to give you even more protection whilst you're in that super. So it works pretty nicely. So I'm going to show you it working in a moment in the current Grandmaster conquest. Obviously, you want to be getting your super fast, so weapons and loadouts and mods that give you orbs, attrition orbs, firepower mods, solar siphon mods, kinetic siphon mods, etc. Build them out and you can literally clear out entire rooms, which you're going to see more of as I go. So them ignitions and the extra damage that you're going to do, that will just spread ignitions from that solar fulmination. And like I said, getting that extra damage can really make an absolutely massive damage, especially when you've got that ×6 going. And even when you've got like a ×3 or a ×4, just the utility of it, just being able to get rid of a few Grims with 1 or 2 shots. I only did 2 shots. Look at that. That full spawn of Grims is gone from 2 single shots. And once you've got a ×6 going, it gets rid of all these tanky enemies. Now, in this current conquest, these enemies are extremely, extremely tanky. If you've tried it this week, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go try it. These enemies are very, very tanky. And like I said, just being able to get the kills, like so, with your Star Eaters, get that super energy back, get that solar ignitions going from solar fulmination, ember of combustion, it really does make a big difference. And these enemies here, very, very tanky, and you just plow through them once you got that ×6. Get about 6 or 7 kills every single time if you do it right, which is pretty good for the 6-shot golden gun. Don't forget, notoriously bad. Not with this setup, it makes it incredibly, incredibly strong. You can have of course, use the free shot as well, don't forget. We'll quickly switch over to Silk Strike now. This super is insane anyway, really good. And you can do something very similar with the Silk Strike. So you can overcharge it, and because we're on Strand, take advantage of the Implement Curiosity with Cauterized Darkness as well. We're going to be suspending as well, don't forget, and severing everything and unraveling everything on Strand Hunters. Get your suspension going, take advantage of that Cauterized Darkness with solar weapons such as Heirloom, Vex, Galahorn, whichever solar weapons you want. 75% extra damage. I just wanted to get that one out of the way. Cauterized Darkness is very underrated. And then you've also got your super as well, which once you've got a ×6 super on this Silk Strike, guys, it's an absolute joke. And again, don't forget, you're going to get refunded energy. So, a couple of little things. I'm not going to go too much into the sort of builds, but I am going to leave 2 dim links, one for the Strand, one for the Solar Hunter. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.